Howdy folks, Tori here with the Black Box Prompter, and I'm excited to announce we have just released our biggest software update to date. Version 3.26. It's chock full of features as well as a handful of bug fixes. I'm going to go over the highlights and some of the cool features that we've added since the last update. Now, when you do run this update, it could take just a few minutes. It could take 20 or more minutes. Point is, when you do update it, let it run. Do not interrupt the update. I could certainly file some things up. And if it gets stuck, give it another 20 minutes or so. If it's still stuck after half an hour, call us. Chances are it will be up and running in about 15 minutes or less, most of you guys. But the current version is 3.26. Let me quickly go over some of the super cool features here. First off, you can now, you guys may already know, you can color your chords or highlight your chords. Now be able to choose which color you want to highlight your chords. If you choose white, that means there's no color. You can now force a page break using the word page in brackets. It doesn't matter if it's capitalized or not. That can help you go to the next page whenever you want to by forcing that page break. For you guitarists using Ultimate Guitar, we have a pretty cool feature where if you pull up your chord chart and you right click to print to PDF, it'll convert it to text and it'll clean out some of the junk. Perfect, but it will clean out some of the junk where you get the meat of your chords or of your chord charts. You can edit those directly on your prompter because there'll probably be a little bit more cleanup you need to do. But that could be a huge time saver. You don't have to go back and forth with your thumb drive. So we'll have a video on that. Any of you Chords.wiki users is now supported. If you want to save any of your Chords.wiki files, save them to the chordwiki folder on your thumb drive, and they'll automatically be imported. So the big feature I'm really excited to announce is something you won't see anywhere else. It's called SingAlong. This one we mentioned it at NAMM recently. It's pretty cool where your audience can see the words that you see on the prompter. So I do want to take a moment and demonstrate that real quick in this video. So first off, you're going to want to make sure you're on Wi-Fi. You will need internet access for SingAlong to work. And if you were to reboot, you would have to turn it back on so it doesn't stay on after a reboot. So just keep that in mind. Each box has its own unique QR code that your audience will be able to scan. The words show up on their screen. Now, to access this QR label, I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a moment. If you ever wanted to print it at home, you can actually do a backup. You can go in your settings and do a backup, and it will save to your backup directory. The SingAlong QR code will. Then you could print it out at your leisure. Now, let me quickly show you what SingAlong looks like and how to get to this QR code. So what we're going to do is we're going to, from the main menu, go down to number 3, which is it's got SingAlong, Sync, and Mirror. So I'm going to highlight SingAlong, and then first one, I'm going to turn it on. It's already on, but if it's not on, go ahead and turn it on. And then number 2 here says Show SingAlong QR label. And as I do that, boom, there it is. This is what you can scan with your phone, or your audience could scan with your phone, or you'll be able to print that out from the backup folder once you back everything up. Now, if I back out of this, and we're ready to actually show this in action, I'm going to hold my phone up here to the screen so you can see just how this is going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and back out of the submenu here. Let's pull up a set list. I'm just going to pull one up here at random. And let's see, I've got a few set lists here. We're going to do the Douglas Wedding. Sure. I'm going to pull up set list 2. Now, the very first song is Callin' Baton Rouge. Oh, right now, this is what the audience will see. I don't know if you can read that. I don't know how clear that is, but it essentially says the event has yet to start. Please wait. So I just, as an audience member, I scan the QR code, takes me to the screen. It says it's about to start. Please wait. Now I'm going to, on stage, I'm pulling up that first song, Callin' Baton Rouge. And sure enough, as fate would have it, there are the words, Callin' Baton Rouge. They get the whole song. Now, it's not going to scroll. They get the whole song. They'll have to scroll it themselves. They can also pinch and zoom and get the words bigger, make the words bigger if they need to. A couple of things I want to point out. Notice you see chords on the black box, but your fans, your audience, do not see the chords. Chords here, all the chords are stripped out. Now watch this. What's pretty cool, I'm going to go I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go through these songs. I'm going to go to the next song. The next song is Somebody Like You. And within seconds, keep your eye on keep your eye and boom. What do we have here? Make sure, yep, Somebody Like You. So notice, oh, my screensaver went on. But notice how it updated within seconds of me just flipping it on the box. It updates in near real time onto your audience member's phone. Again, very, very cool feature. You won't find anywhere else. I do want to point out, they don't have to install an app to do this, guys. This is using basically a web server. Now, they have to be on the internet, of course, just like you have to be on the internet, because both of you guys are hitting a web server. But it just shows up in real time. There's also some buttons at the top. If they wanted to go to previous song, I can hit previous song, and it's going to take me back from Somebody Like You, and now it went back to Colin Baton Rouge. And then when I'm ready to kick it back into gear, I click the automatic button, and then the automatic gets me back to where the current state. That's how SingAlong works. We're really excited about that. Lots of really cool use cases for that, for whether you're original band or a cover band, anything to increase engagement to get your fans singing along with you is a pretty cool thing. A few other features I want to point out that we have addressed. We do have a new wireless sync mode where you can actually leverage the existing Wi-Fi network, or we would create its own. We figured if you're already on a Wi-Fi network, both boxes are sharing the same Wi-Fi network, let them both be talking to each other from a synchronization standpoint. A few other things here. We removed single quotes from your song names because that was causing some issues. Now, in every song, if you have a keyboard attached, you can quickly jump to your song name simply by typing a capital letter. So if you want to jump down to the D's, you just do capital D, and it'll take you down to the songs starting with D. A little bit of a time saver there. Now, let's see. Startup logo. You have a library of different logos you can have, images that you see at startup. You can quickly retrieve that. There's one option to have it show up on your set list. As you begin your set, it'll show up automatically. That's an option you can turn on or off, or you can retrieve it immediately. You can actually go into here. I'll just go ahead and demonstrate that for you guys real quick. Get back out of here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go down to let's see. I'm in the submenu songs and set lists. I'm going to go down to display startup image. Now mine's still the default, but when I click that, it picks it up. Now this is really handy if you go on break. You don't want them looking, or you don't want them knowing that it's necessarily a teleprompter. Your band's logo here, they could think it's just a stage prop. So kind of a cool little feature to pull that up at a moment's notice. Let's see, what else do we have here? Software will check the version of software update. Yep, that's a time saver. So if you check for an update and there's no update, it'll tell you, hey, there's no update, rather than force the same update. Let's see. Oh, and for you Mac users, we now accept and convert these songs that end in the .notepad format. Let's see, there's a handful of bug fixes. I won't go over all that. I'll let you guys read that. Guys, that's really it. Version 3.26. Please be patient while it downloads. Again, this is the largest update we've had since the beginning of the company. So fixed a lot of stuff, introduced a lot of stuff. We're very, very excited that we're giving you guys the best of the best. And as always, these updates are free. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us at blackboxprompter.com/support.